Okay, so question 22, it told you there were two lines which were parallel to one another. Now the first line has equation y equals 3x minus 5. So you can tell from that line that your gradient is 3 and your y-intercept is negative 5. Now, when it says they are parallel, that means this is what my two lines look like. They're running in the same direction as each other. They never meet, and importantly, they have the same gradient. So what that tells you about line 2 is that that also has a gradient of 3. Now the question told you line 2 passed through this point. So that's an x value and a y value. So you now know the gradient, you now know a point, so you can use your formula y equals mx plus c to work out the equation of the line. So substituting in your y value of negative 5, that equals gradient 3 times the x value 2 plus c. And when you rearrange that, you'll get negative 5 equals 6 plus c, so c equals negative 11. So putting that all together, we'll just bring an arrow over here. My equation of the second line is y equals mx plus c, which is 3x minus 11. Right, the second question where you lost a mark on was the indices one here. So you're multiplying everything inside the brackets by x to the power of a half. Now when you're multiplying indices, you add the powers. So what you should have had was x to the power of a half plus a quarter plus 3 times x to the power of a half. Now, you made that 3 to the power of 1 and thought, right, I'll add the powers. But you only add the powers if you have a common base. In this case, you don't have a base here of x. So when you do 3 times x to the power of a half, it just gets you 3x to the power of a half. Now, I think you got this part correct. So when you do a half add a quarter, it gets you 3/4. So your final answer should have been x to the power of 3/4 plus 3x to the power of a half. You might also have written that in terms of a third, which would be the 4th root of x cubed plus 3 root x. Either is fine. Okay, question 25, you lost a mark, so you had to expand and simplify here. Now what you need to recognise is that when it says 2x plus 2 all squared, that means 2x plus 2 multiplied by itself. Now, in order to expand brackets, we use the grid method. So we're going to have 2x plus 2, 2x plus 2. Top left box will be 4x squared, top right will be 4x, bottom left will be 4x, bottom right will be 4. So when you simplify that, you're going to get 4x squared plus 8x plus 4. Now that's just for this first thing here. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite that. So I'm going to say, right, 2x plus 2 squared is 4x squared plus 8x plus 4 minus 2x squared. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. And when I simplify that, 4x squared minus 2x squared gets me 2x squared plus 8x. 4 plus 4 is 8. So that should have been your final answer for that one.